Good morning. Today's story is about a little bird. There were a flock of migratory birds, and every year they would fly to warmer regions during the winter. So there was this small bird, this young bird, who didn't want to fly. He said, "Why would anybody fly for such a long distance just to avoid the cold? Anyway, we managed till now. So another 1-2 months, if we can manage, you can stay here only. Why do you have to travel so far away? I will not come." How much ever the elders tried telling him, "See, it will become too cold, you will not be able to get any food, you will not be able to bear the cold, you have to travel with us." The young bird said, "No, I will not come." And he said, "I will stay back, you do whatever you want." So finally, the birds didn't have a choice. All of them, they went away. They went away, leaving this young bird to manage alone. Then, after some time, it started becoming very cold. And the young bird realized that he was not able to bear the cold, and also that there was no food available. So he started repenting. He should have listened. He should have listened to what the elders had said from their past experience. Now he did not know the way also to travel so long to another place. He had no idea how to go all alone. But he didn't have a choice. So he said, "Okay, fine. If I stay here anyway, I'll die. So doesn't matter, let me just try. Let me just go flying from here and see if I can reach some other warmer land." And he started flying across the ocean. Now ocean, you know how big it is, right? So all sides water, no bearings, nothing to say, okay, this is the right direction, that is the wrong direction. And he was all alone. So he went and went and went. Over some time, he started getting tired. But there was no place to take rest. There was nothing in the way. Then he started feeling bad again. He said, "Oh my God, now if I had stayed there, I would have probably lived. Now I'm going to drown in the ocean and die if I don't get land." He was just thinking like that when he saw in a distance, he saw land. He was so happy with just one last final burst of energy. He flew all the way there and he just dropped on the land, breathing heavily and saying his prayers. "Thank God I managed to find land, and thank God I managed to reach here. Otherwise, I would have fallen into the ocean and I would have drowned." So he was just breathing heavily, relaxing, thanking God, saying his prayers, when something fell on him. Now that land was actually a farmer's, and the farmer had cows, he had cats, he had dogs, he had hens. And it was early in the morning, around 4 5, that time when it is a little dark. The farmer's wife had just cleaned the cow shed and there was a lot of dung. She came and threw it in her backyard, according to her, but it fell right on the bird. Now imagine, you're tired, you're just relaxing, and a heap of dung falls on you. The stink was horrible. So what the bird did, he slowly lifted up his head and pulled his head above the dung. Now, when that happened, a cool breeze was going by early morning. So the breeze was very cool. His body was covered in warm dung, and the cold which had entered into his feathers and body was slowly being released. So he started feeling comfortable. Imagine you have a warm blanket and a cool breeze on your face. So he forgot that stink also, and he started singing. A cat, the farmer's cat which was passing by, heard this sound. And he said, "Who is this singing early in the morning? Let me check." And he went and he saw this bird in a heap of dung. So immediately he put his paw, caught hold of the bird and pulled it out. And he pulled it out, and what do you do with the bird in your hand? The cat ate the bird. And that was the end of our young bird, who had a large adventure. What is the moral of this story? There are so many morals actually. One, people who have been there before you, the one who are experienced, probably there is some truth in what they are saying, and it will make sense to listen to them. Everything you don't have to, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Somebody has done it earlier, you can just use that. Why do you want to reinvent it? The older birds knew that the cold was too severe to tolerate, and that is why they migrate. It would have been better if the bird had listened, isn't it? That is the first moral. The second one, everybody who pulls you out of shit is not your friend. The cat pulled the bird out of cow dung, right? Dirt. But then the cat was not the bird's friend. Was it? And the third one, everyone who throws shit on you is not your enemy. This should have come the second one, right? Probably. Isn't it? The woman, the farmer's wife came and dumped dung on the bird. But then the warm dung actually helped it to the feathers and the body to become warm. It had become cold. Flying in the air, it had become very cold. So the warm dung actually helped it. So back to the three morals. Don't reinvent the wheel. If somebody has done it before you, you can learn from their experience. Everybody who throws shit on you is not your enemy, and everyone who pulls you out of shit is not your friend.